Hello there, we are almost halfway through 2024, which is insane. It's going by so fast. So it's time to look to the future for the rest of the year and see what's going to be happening with Star Wars for the rest of the year in 2024. And yeah, what we've got on the horizon. Obviously, first up, the Acolyte is very, very close to starting up. 8 episodes over 7 weeks. Going to be very, very fun. Set towards the end of the High Republic era. I am very, very excited for this show. Tune in every week and I'll be talking about that show and what's going on with that. And yeah, I'm super excited for that show. I cannot wait. Yeah, I think it looks great. I'm so excited. I can't wait for that one. We got a lot of novels coming out in the rest of the year. So we've got the High Republic still going on in Phase 3. We've got Temptation of the Force, the next adult High Republic novel, set to release on June 11th, which is not very far away. And good news for High Republic fans, because it's going to be focusing on Avar Kriss and Elzar Mann, two very, very popular characters in the High Republic. I'm really looking forward to that book. And it's very close. I need to finish the one I'm currently on, which is Defy the Storm. Not too long after that, on July 4th, I believe, we're getting The Rise and Fall of the Galactic Empire. And now this is going to be an in-universe sort of history book detailing the rise and fall, obviously, of the Empire. I'm really excited for this one because I love sort of in-universe history books. If you haven't read Fire and Blood, which is the in-universe history book of the Targaryens for Game of Thrones, I highly recommend it because it is fantastic. It's what a lot of House of the Dragon is based off of. It's a great read, and I hope that The Rise and Fall of the Galactic Empire is the equivalent, but for Star Wars. I'm very excited for that book. I think it'll be really good. Volume 3 of the High Republic manga, The Edge of Balance, is going to come out in August of this year. I finally got around to reading the first 2 volumes of it, and I actually really, really like it. It's a lot of fun. I like the characters, I like the art style, and I like anything that has a Wookiee Jedi in it. So I'm really looking forward to another volume in that series. We're also getting Beware the Nameless, which will be a middle grade novel, which is in the High Republic, which is also set to come out in August. And finishing up the month of August is going to be Star Wars Outlaws. That's coming out in August 30th, and we're getting another look at this game next week at Ubisoft Forward. So I'm looking forward to that. No pun intended there. Forward. Ooh. After August, in September, we are getting Star Wars Lego Rebuild the Galaxy. That's on September 13th, and it's going to be featuring both Jedi Bob and Darth Jar Jar, and just for those 2 characters alone, this is already the greatest Star Wars project that's coming out in 2024. I'm super excited for that. I don't know why, because the Lego stuff I don't usually go in for, like, despite the Lego stuff I have behind me there, but like the Lego Star Wars games, you know, the Lego Harry Potter games, Lord of the Rings, whatever, the Lego games, I'm always like, oh, I'm good for a couple of hours, and then I just burn out or I become disinterested in them. So this looks like the perfect kind of thing for me, because it's like, I imagine it'll be quite short, it should be pretty funny, we're getting the stupid multiverse, like different alternate stories and that. I think it'll be really fun, and I'm looking forward to it, and it's got a great voice cast with it as well. Another High Republic book, Tears of the Nameless, I think that's the young adult one. That'll be coming out on September 24th, so between that and Beware the Nameless, we're looking to get even more about the Nameless creatures in the High Republic, which, if you haven't read the High Republic, the Nameless are awesome. They basically eat the Force, or like they feed off the Force from Force users, which in this case is Jedi, and it basically like sucks them dry and turns them into like stone husks, and they just crumble apart. It's great. It's terrifying as well. But yeah, so that's coming out September 24th. Mace, Windu, The Glass Abyss is a book coming out on October 15th. That was supposed to come out in like April of this year, and it got pushed back to October, so that's October 15th. There's also a bunch of new of comic books coming out this year. I am so far behind on the comic books, so I don't even really know where I'm at in half of them right now. But there is going to be like a new miniseries focused on the Inquisitors, which I'm really looking forward to. The Darth Maul miniseries is still running, and that'll be finishing up soon. And a whole bunch of others. There's a lot going on in the world of the comic books at the moment. Some good, some not so good, but it's all fun to read. I enjoy reading them when I get the chance to actually check them out. And then at an unknown date in 2024, we will have the release of the very secretive and kind of forgotten about Skeleton Crew. This show is supposed to be coming out this year. I expect to see a trailer of this sometime during the Acolyte airing or right after it. I think once this finishes, they'll start on the marketing for the Skeleton Crew. We got like a leak of the kid cast in character on like a toy or a medallion or something, and that was our first real look at the characters that they're going to be playing outside of anything shown at Star Wars Celebration. And I'm slowly coming around on the show. It's the project that I had the least amount of interest in, only because it is pitched definitely more towards kids. A bunch of kids on a starship trying to find their way home, come across Jude Law, who is either a Jedi or a Force user, something like that, and I was like, this isn't super, grabbing me. It's might not really be my thing. But then, like, some people were saying, like, it could be like going for like the Stranger Things angle or the Goonies kind of angle, and I'm like sort of coming around on that, and I'm like, you know what? I'll make a decision on it when I see a trailer for it. But like, I realized like I was just looking at it through the wrong lens, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'll give it a chance once I see some footage from it and decide what I think then. Obviously, it's Star Wars. I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to cover it. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just like not as excited for it as everything else. Like when these were announced in the same time, like the Acolyte was like right at the top for me, and Skeleton Crew was at the bottom, and it hasn't moved from that spot. So yeah. But that, as far as I know, is everything coming out in the rest of 2024. There might be something I've forgotten. There probably is. I usually forget a lot of things, to be honest. But yeah, looks like it's going to be a pretty good second half of the year. I'm most excited for the Acolyte, which is about to start. I'm very, very keen for that. Star Wars Outlaws is probably the next thing that I'm like really keen for. Anyway, that's it for me. I've rambled on enough. My next video will be talking about the Acolyte. I can't wait. 2 episodes coming out on Tuesday night. I'll be having a video going up hopefully that night or the next day. Anyway, because there's also like Summer Game Fest starts up end of this week, I think. We had State of Play last week. Summer Game Fest starting this week, then the Xbox conference, and then Ubisoft Forward, which I'll be watching for Outlaws. So a lot of stuff happening this week, so hopefully there will be more videos coming very, very soon. Anyway, sorry for rambling there. Thank you for watching. If you like this, make sure you follow me here if you're excited for the future of Star Wars, which I certainly am. And yeah, thank you for watching. May the Force be with you, always.